Today, I want to talk to you about putting together an advertisement for your small business that stands out from the crowd without being boring. Have you ever been to a party and sat next to someone who spends the whole time talking about themselves? Well, that gets pretty old pretty fast. And if you're like me, you try to find your way out of that conversation as soon as you can. Now, what if I told you that many small businesses make this exact same mistake with their advertising? See, instead of speaking to the needs of a potential client, too many small business ads are focused more on letting people know how fantastic they are with their huge logo and their long laundry list of services. They're bragging about themselves with their bullet point lists, and they're boring people into buying. Well, guess what? That approach doesn't work very well. I thought it'd be helpful to show you a real world example of a small business ad that was done poorly. Now, first and foremost, this ad looks like, according to this headline, it's about tattoo removal. But tattoo removal has very little to do with anything else that's in the ad. So what I see in this ad is a huge logo up here in the corner, a huge picture of the practitioner. I see a huge list of all the things he can do for me. Good for him. Another huge list of all the different certifications and products that he has. This is an advertisement that is about this guy. He's talking about himself. He's the boring guy at the party who can't stop talking about himself. And if you want to hear him talk about himself more, you can go in for a free consultation. So these business owners are hoping that on the very day a potential customer opens up the magazine, they'll read an ad that's all about the business owner. And they'll see their huge logo and their long list of services and a picture of the owner and a picture of the owner's truck, a picture of the owner's shop, and think, man, I've got to talk to this guy some more. I can't wait to hear them go on and on about themselves. I wonder if there's a free consultation. I would call this approach marketing by ego. The owner is hoping someone will hear them talking about themselves in the magazine advertising party and want to hear more. So here's the rub. It works sometimes. Sometimes by bragging about all the different things that you can do, a business will pull someone away from the crowd at the party and make a sale. Then the owner is usually left wondering why the approach doesn't work all the time. And in the end, they often spend more money on these laundry list self-promoting ads than they make in sales at the end of the month. Now, they don't want to miss the occasional drip and dribble of sales that results from these ads, but it seems like they're in like an advertising casino. I mean, once in a while they'll hit the jackpot and it's really great, but overall, it's really inconsistent, and it seems like more often than not, the house, or the magazine in this instance, takes most of the money at the end of the day. Now listen, marketing works if it's done properly. So before you take out your next ad, you need to ask a couple of really vital questions. Number one, what's the single purpose of your ad? And number two, what one thing do you want your ad to focus on? When most small businesses are asked about their objective for any one given advertisement, they usually spout out a list that the ad is for branding and for getting our name out there, for letting people know about every one of our services, and for making sales and getting people to call for a quote, and the list goes on and on and on. In the meantime, your audience is getting bored. So let's first start about a misconception about branding. First of all, you're not Nike and you're not Coca-Cola. Huge companies have huge budgets, so they can afford to spend untold thousands of dollars on branding campaigns. Most small businesses can't fathom the marketing budgets of this magnitude. They can't market themselves like they're Pepsi or even like they're the local hospital, like what's on the back of this magazine. A branding only campaign, where you're just sticking your logo on things all the time, that will bankrupt most small businesses. Most small businesses need to stop focusing primarily on branding and start focusing primarily on sales. They need to identify a problem and then offer services to solve that problem, one service and one product at a time. Well, in this magazine I've been using during this presentation, I found one ad that I thought they did a pretty good job. Here's why I think this is well done. First of all, there's a clear problem they're trying to solve. People have hard water issues. Well, you can solve those hard water issues with this water softener. They have an attractive picture on here. They have a clear call to action, and they've even taken down every obstacle that people might have. They have financing available, they have a clear number to call, and a clear website with a great web address that you can go to if you want to go there online. You and I are in a crowded market, and if your ad is yet another one that's just shouting, "Look at me," with your huge logo and your laundry list of services and your truck, is just going to become background noise. By contrast, an ad that focuses on solving a single problem in a memorable and compelling fashion will stand out from 99% of the other advertisements in the publication.